Expendables 4 is now out in theaters, so today let's rank all 4 of the films from worst to best. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. Leave your list down below. How would you rank all 4 of the Expendable films from worst to best? Coming in last place is Expendables 4. I thought this would be at least better than Expendables 3, but I was wrong. This easily is one of the worst films I have seen in 2023. The action is so poorly edited. The use of green screen is terrible. It's so in-your-face action that, like, when you see 50 Cent and Sylvester Stallone and Jason Statham doing these action scenes, you just see like their head up and that's it. It's so bad looking. Plus the story itself is not really engaging. It's very simple. You just have someone trying to obtain this weapon to give to their boss, and that is about it. I do like some of the addition to the cast with Megan Fox and Andy Garcia, but they really can't hold this film together. The action is bad. It's laughable. There are some really poor choices within this movie, coming mostly from Jason Statham in the beginning of the film, but it's just a film that you're just wondering, what was the point of that? It made no sense and it really did nothing for the film. So overall, Expendables 4, with its terrible action and just really poorly edited scenes and bad directing, this easily is the worst of the 4 films. Coming in third place is Expendables 3. I remember when this one was released, I was looking forward to it with a larger cast, a younger cast, to kind of usher in a new era of the Expendables, but that really didn't work. A lot of the new cast members in here, like Ronda Rousey, weren't as entertaining as Jason Statham, let's say. So you have these new cast members that it feels like it's forcing these relationships with Sylvester Stallone, and there's really no chemistry with the younger cast and the older cast, so it's just like they're fighting to make this an enjoyable film. Plus they went from rating R for the previous 2 Expendable films. There also the action wasn't as entertaining or gritty as the previous 2, so just overall this film, it worked at times for being an entertaining action film, but when you really look at the characters and the story and the violence itself too, it was pretty disappointing. Coming in second place is Expendables, the first film. I think one of the biggest issues for me when it comes to this film is the fact that they spend so much time on just Barney and Christmas, Jason Statham and Sylvester Stallone, that you really don't get to know the other characters within it, and they are supposed to be part of this group. There's so much time dedicated to these 2 characters when they're going on a solo mission that all the other characters are just left with nothing to do. And then at the end, they all get together, got some big action scenes, and you get to see some chemistry shine throughout. But I feel like that should have been throughout the entire movie. And then I also think this film would have worked better if it was a film that didn't take itself so seriously. A lot of the jokes have to be like this macho man joke, and they just don't work. Everything has to be like motorcycles being revved up and Sylvester Stallone smoking a cigar. I think it would have been so fun if it was an action comedy that didn't take itself seriously, just made fun at action films and itself as well. That would have really worked. But with Stallone directing this, it had to be a film that really took itself seriously and it had some really good action, some entertaining scenes throughout. I like Jason Statham and Sylvester Stallone within this film together. They have some fun chemistry. I really think they could have focused on the whole group. And that's why I have Expendables 2 at number 1, is that it feels more like a group in here. And they're really able to have some big action scenes, bring in more cameos, more of Arnold Schwarzenegger within here. You have Chuck Norris that appears, Bruce Willis. It just feels like it's the movie that has a lot of cameos and fun scenes and poking fun at big action stars. There's jokes about Chuck Norris, but not only is the action fun, but there's also some jokes surrounding big action stars and movies like that. So I think this is the film that it took itself seriously, but also wanted to have fun as well. The whole group worked well together. The story was entertaining. The villain was a lot of fun. This one is, I think, the most memorable of the 4 Expendables films. Not like it's the best action film ever, but when I think of the Expendables, I think of some comedy thrown in with a lot of action and blood and violence, and that's what I get for the second film. I did like seeing a lot more of Schwarzenegger. I wanted to see more of him in the first film. I did like seeing Harrison Ford in the third movie, but this one is where it had those fun cameos. It had some lighthearted moments. The chemistry between Stallone and Statham worked once again, but it was so cool to see the supporting cast contribute a lot more to this movie. So that's why I have Expendables 2 at first place. I'm curious to see if they do a 5th film with the cast that we have in this movie, since we had the first 3 really close together. So I'm curious to see if they do a 5th film, but after the 4th film, I'm fine with the franchise ending because it was bad. So there you guys have it, all 4 Expendables films ranked worst to best. How would you rank them all? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.